Hey, what's going on, YouTube? So I'm going to give you a quick parlay for today's game against the Jacksonville Jags and the Cincinnati Bengals. So let's get right into it. I'm going to give you the numbers from the back. So Jacksonville gave up 5 touchdowns and 4 passing touchdowns. Also, Cincinnati Bengals, they only gave up 4 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. So obviously, looking at those numbers in Jacksonville, I'm definitely looking at my halfback running against Jacksonville to get a touchdown. Also, I'm looking at passing. So obviously, wide receivers catching the football, and who's been the hot wide receivers lately? Obviously, Chase. Higgins is out. You have Boyd on Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, if you're looking for a passing touchdown for the Jacksonville Jags, I'm definitely going with Marvin Jones. Going with, Jones and Sharp. I'm looking in those directions. I'm not necessarily choosing those guys. So let's go ahead and let's actually read the boost. So we have odds boosted. Joe Burrow to have 1 passing touchdown in each half versus the Jaguars. I like it. If you actually look at the last 3 games, Joe Burrow did score a touchdown in each half, the first half and the second half, in 2 out of 3 games, especially dealing with a weaker defense in Jacksonville. The last 3 games Burrow he played against Minnesota, Chicago, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So if he did it in those games, I'm sure he has no problem doing it in this game. And also, I'm sure he has no problem I want to say passing the football. But then again, we're going to get into that a little later once we look at the stats. So I like that boost right there. That boost makes sense to me. Now, anytime touchdown scores, I have Joe Maddox. Obviously, Jacksonville, they gave up 5 rushing touchdowns. I have him for 1 rushing touchdown. Now, Maddox, he only had 1 touchdown this season. I think this is a perfect game for him to get 1 more, if not 2. But 1 is the safe bet, so I'm just going to go with a anytime touchdown score with Maddox. Also, Jones and Chase. Here we go. Chase, he's been on fire lately. The guy's been hot. He's getting 86% of the snaps. He's averaging 59.5 yards on the low end. And he's just been hot. I think he has 4 touchdowns on the season already. So obviously, he is somebody you're definitely going to look towards. And you're going to have better odds on getting a touchdown with him, especially dealing with these parlays. You have to be absolutely perfect, so you want the best odds possible. Marvin Jones for Jacksonville. He only has 2 touchdowns for the season. And those 2 came in 2 different games. Also, he's getting 89% of the snaps on the low end. He's averaging 58.5 yards on the low end. And, obviously, he's the go-to wide receiver for Jacksonville. And with the running back situation in Jacksonville, 8 attempts on average for Robinson. So they're obviously passing the ball more. Obviously, they're playing from behind because they get so far back that they have to pass the ball. So obviously, I like this Marvin Jones. First touchdown scorer. Tell you the truth, I like Chase. I like Chase for the first touchdown scorer. He's been hot, like I said. Maddox and Chase are pretty much, this is a separate bet. I wouldn't even do this bet. This is separate. But, even if you do this bet, probably do 2 different parlays with Maddox or Chase. That's exactly what I'll do. 2 different parlays with Maddox and Chase. I believe the first touchdown has to come between these 2 guys. So that's going to be my pick. Boyd, let me give you, he has a touchdown. And he's going to be playing more of a significant role. But I do like Chase. I do like Maddox. Chase been hot. And those 2 players is the players I want to gear to as far as the first touchdown scorer, if that's what you're putting into your parlay. First drive results, obviously, I like the punt. You have that first possession nerve, so you got the defense who's static on both sides. I like a punt. Anything else is kind of risky. Offensive touchdown on the first drive, I don't think so. I think both teams got to get the nerves out. The defense is going to be playing at a high level. Definitely want the punt on that if you're going to choose it. Winning margins. Cincinnati Bengals, they've been playing against some tough defenses. I like the plus 14 with the Bengals. I do. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I really like that number. I think Lawrence is going to struggle this game again. And Cincinnati's Bengals defense probably isn't. It's either 14 or 13, one of the two. So, again, if you want to do two parlays, one of those, do it. But then again, because here's the thing. So let's correlate those two theories. So if Maddox is going to be the first touchdown scorer of the game, right? Anytime touchdown. Hold on. Let's go. First touchdown scorer, right? Let's really think about this. Let's put our thinking caps on, as they used to say in school. If Maddox is to be the first touchdown scorer in this game, I feel as though the game is going to be within 1 to 13 points because they want to utilize the run game a lot more and run a timeout, which will put Jacksonville in a position to be within 1 to 13. And if Chase is the first touchdown scorer of the game, I feel as though the Bengals will be beating the Jags by more than 14 points. Obviously, those can't be. Oh, hold on. Can this be combined? I don't even think those could be combined. Yep. But if we could have combined them, definitely I'd do that. All right, let me see. So, yep. All right, let's get down to it. So, that's kind of how you want to do your parlays, especially for the same game parlays. You kind of want to correlate them. All right, if this happens, then their philosophy is this. And you probably want to go through looking at game film, seeing what they do in certain tendencies to give your parlay the best chance possible. Because, like I said, you have to be extremely perfect with these parlays. First drive results, we already went over that. Winning margins, we already went over that. 2 touchdowns, 2+ touchdowns in a game. Chase, obviously. Chase, he's been on fire. He has 4 on this season already. That is your best option for 2 touchdowns. Also, Maddox. Again, Jacksonville been giving up 5 touchdowns. They gave up 5 touchdowns this season already in 3 games. So Maddox is on pace for a 2-touchdown game if that's what you want to choose. Me, I'm going to go with Chase because Burrow's been hot. Those can't be combined. Wow. Okay, so if you're going to bet that, I'll definitely bet that individually. That is worth a $50 bet in my opinion. Now let's go down. Let's see what else could be combined. Lawrence, passing yards, under. Already had that chose. Just to give you the numbers, Trevor Lawrence has been averaging 223 passing yards. On the low end, there's only one time he went over 50 yards in the game, and that was the first game against the Texans. And they were down by so much that they had to throw to try to get back. Oh, really? So, with that being said, I'm going to go under the total. Until he goes over another 250-yard game again, then I'm going to take it from there. But I'm definitely going to go over. That is your best possible odds and your chances on hitting that. Burrow. again, I mean, I would choose the under, but it's all about their philosophy. If they're going to come out running the football, I mean, if you can see any Twitter feeds which they say they're going to utilize the passing more or the running option more, then I'll base this bet on that. But since Burrow's been facing against weak defenses, or since Burrow been facing against good defenses, good, meaning he faced against Minnesota, he faced against the Bears, and he faced against the Steelers, hurt Steelers team, just so you guys know. I'm definitely going to choose the over in this, only because I feel as though he's going to be more. It's kind of like the strength of schedule. You know, if you face all these hard teams, this is going to be like a little cakewalk for him. You know, so 250 and a half, 253 and a half is, yeah, I think he could definitely pull that off. He has the capability. He has the wide receivers. And Maddox, well, then again, they're balanced offense because Maddox has 76% of the snaps. And they really don't pass the ball at Maddox at all. They don't. So I think he can go over. So, I mean, again, I'm just giving you the numbers and I'm giving you my opinion. You do what you want. Robinson been averaging 23 yards on the low end, so over on that one. That is your best bet for that one as far as odds is concerned. Obviously, he's been averaging 23 on the low end. He averaged a lot against Arizona. He averaged, I think he got that. He has it. He has it. Let's go to the next one. DJ, over 48. This is a hard one. On the low end, DJ's been averaging 32 and a half yards. So that's literally, I want to say, maybe 13 yards? Maybe 14. Let's say, all right, he needs 15 yards extra in this game. Can he do it? I'm going to say no. Jags haven't been facing, they've been facing against some good teams. You know, Broncos defense ain't that bad. Texans defense isn't that good. But then again, Arizona defense is okay. So, I think this is going to be a passing game. So if I'm going to choose, I'm definitely going to go with, this is a gamble, but I'm going to go with the 15. But if I'm going to go with the numbers, let's go with the numbers. Let's go with actual facts. Let's say under, right? Let's say under 48. That's 15 yards. I like 15 yards worth of comfortability. So Joe Maddox, over or under on receiving yards? Under. He's only been averaging 9 yards on the low end. 9 yards on the low end, so definitely under. Robinson, rushing yards, 53. Robinson, he's been averaging 36 yards. 36 yards. On the low end. Again, and he only has 8 attempts. And he's only getting 61% of the snaps. And if Burrow gets off like he has been, they're going to be passing, and they're not going to be running as much. But then again, is the Cincinnati Bengals defense stopped? Well, actually, look at their defense. Look at their average, and if they aren't averaging that many as far as giving up rushing yards to opponents, then base your decision off of that. I'm going to go with the under as far as the numbers is concerned. Joe Maddox, over. He's been averaging 79.5 yards on the low end. So, and he's been getting 76% of the snaps against a weaker defense. So there you have it. I believe that's it for the moment. Yes, so there you have it. Let's see what we have. All based on the numbers for the most part. $10, $5,000. So take that what you may. That is the parlay for today. I gave you the numbers. Hopefully you was able to hear me with all the noise that was going on. And you can pretty much make some money today. But all right, I'll catch you probably tomorrow or Sunday with another parlay with some more numbers that I see, and hopefully we can, or you can, make some money. I'm done betting for the week, but I did this specifically for you guys. All right, catch you next time. Later.